Hello everyone, my name is Jordan. This is my channel, The Tattooed Stitcher. I'm here for a January cross stitching update and to give my plans for February. And there's a lot here, so I don't want this video to be 1,000 years long, so I'm just going to dive right in because I have a ton. I don't know what happened this month, but the stitchy bug really got me and I got 6 finishes for January. Yes, unbelievable. Oh my gosh. Every time my neighbor is out here in the backyard looking at me. So embarrassing. Okay, we're just gonna go. We're just gonna roll with it. Okay, so get your drink, get settled in. I've got my sparkling water, like usual, my addiction. And yeah, so we'll start with my finishes. And then my one whip. I have one whip. No, I have 2. Oh my gosh, I had 6 finishes, 1 new start, and then 1 old whip that I am carrying over still. And then we'll do my plans for February and life and my favorite things at the end. Okay, finishes. I have a pile here and nothing's ironed. Okay, so my first finish of January 2023 was the Doreen Jones Christmas Advent Calendar. I finished this one like just within the first week of January. Oh, it's so cute. I love it so much. It's stitched on 32 count Ophelia, which was a club fabric from Color and Cotton. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. Little Santa. I've never loved stitching on something Christmas so much as this project. Done, that one. My second finish was a big one and it was the Soda Stitch. And I just realized I forgot to do the back stitch on the one spot. Okay, so it's a finish, but it's not, but it is. I totally forgot I was supposed to do this. Anyways, it's the Puppy's Bakery from Soda Stitch, stitched on a 28 count, hand-dyed by Rolanda, gifted to me from Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher, and we started this together in November for her birthday. And she has just finished hers too. I don't know if I've ever stitched anything so fast in my life. And ta-da! I want to make sure it's all in the frame. Just look at the cuteness. I'm trying to go slow. Okay, so right there in that chalkboard is where I still have to back stitch. Amber so kindly charted a little phrase for me to put here, and it's gonna say, it says special berry cake, because I mean look, berry cakes, 2 of them. So I still need to do that. I totally forgot I needed to do that. So that was my second finish, my biggest finish by far for this month, for a long time. And then my third finish was another style that I was doing with Amber. Our hashtag was Soda Stitch Treat Sal, so feel free to keep using it. I know there's another Flosstuber using it. I'm 100% blanking on the name, but she tagged me in her video and she was very sweet, and she's also stitching this with us. And it is the Candy Shop from Soda Stitch, and it's stitched on 32 count Pink Splash Lugana, I think is what it's called. Oh, my colors are getting kind of washed out in this light, but I didn't stitch, so all of this empty space between the shelves and the back, all of that is supposed to be filled in with white, and I was all, yeah, no, not doing that. So I left off that but everything else is done. I missed a stitch right here somewhere, and so everything was like kind of crammed, like off one, but I mean, if you didn't know, you can't tell. And she's so cute. I would love to stitch. There are a few others in this series that I really want to stitch. There's like a animal hospital, and they have like cute, like fluffy little dog in it. And the bookstore is really cute, and the coffee shop, and the ice cream shop. There's like a toy store. Oh, so many cute ones. So little time. So that was finish number 3 for January. Finish number 4 for January is a really old whip. I have had this whip for over 2 years. 2 years? Probably more than 2 years. Definitely more than 2 years. And it is also another soda stitch. It is called Legend of the Sea, I think. I've always just called it Soda Stitch Mermaid, but I think it's called Legend of the Sea. And it's stitched on 32 count Be Stitch Me Sorbet opalescent. And when I picked it up this month, oh, my lighting is just not, it was half done. So the whole top half of that clamshell was not done, and then most of her hair I still had to do, and half that arm. So basically it was like 50 to 60% done when I picked it up. And I was like, you know what? She has lingered way too long. And this is not even that big of a piece. So we just got it done. And it's so cute. I love the back stitch bubbles everywhere. And I got off a count somewhere in this too. And I just went with it. You can't tell. I can't even remember where it was. Somewhere in the, I don't even remember. That's just what I do. I do not frog unless there is absolutely no way of getting around it. And even then I might just be like, meh, who's gonna know? I do not frog. I do not like it. So that was finish number 4. Now finish number 5, I don't know if it counts. I'm counting it because the beading on this took a whole day of stitching. So this is, this is, what's it called? Nora Corbett's Tiger Lily from the Pixie Couture collection. And I stitched her last year, but I had just finished beading Pisces, which was absolute pandemonium in beading. So much beading. I was totally burnt out. I was like, no way, I'm not beading anything. And I was like, you know what? Enough's enough. So this is Tiger Lily stitched on 32 count. I'm pretty sure it's Cucumber from Color and Cotton, another fabric club, but I'm not 100% sure. And there she is in all of her beaded glory. No ironing, people, I don't iron. And her skin is the normal 2/2. I think it looks just fine. And in the pattern, if you have this chart, you will notice, I gotta scoot forward. These colors are flipped. So it looks super weird. The dark color is at the bottom and the light color is at the top. And I thought that makes no sense. So I flipped them. So if you think that's why it looks different than yours, that's why. And I totally messed up all this back stitching because I was just guessing. And so I had to like change the beads about a little bit to make them fit. But again, you can't tell. She's so pretty. I can't wait to get her in a frame and next to my violet. I think they look really nice next to each other. Amanda, the Lucky Chance Stitcher, she has like this, or maybe it's not. Maybe I'm getting them mixed up. It's either Amanda or it's Samantha, the Hygge Stitcher. One of them, or both of them, is doing like one pixie in all the different colors. So they have like a rainbow of pixies. And I thought that is the coolest flipping idea ever. So here's my orange. And violet's my purple. And I've got geranium, which is like red. And so I'm going to do, so I need, and I have I didn't bring her out. I think it's called Foxglove, and she's like pinks. And I have Bluebell, which isn't out of print now, annoying, which is a blue. And so I need like a purple, and I have Fern, which is a green. I need a white and a yellow. I mean, I just think it's the coolest idea. I want a rainbow pixie wall in my future craft room. Done. So there's that. Finish-ish number 5. And then my final finish for January is another Nora Corbett. It's from the Christmas Eve Couriers collection. This one's, I didn't bring the chart, but this one's called Prancer, and it's stitched on 32 count Luna from Color and Cotton. And when I picked him up this month, I didn't have any of the antlers. I didn't have any of that Krynic. All that snow on the bottom is Krynic. And I didn't have his tail, and I had a little bit of green still to do. And then all the beading. There's like a big treasure hanging off the stocking. He's so pretty. Oh. So now I have 2 of these reindeers done. Let's see if we can get I never can. So now I have 2 of these reindeers done, and I'm pretty sure that's all I'm gonna do. We'll see. I never say never. We'll see. And then I have the sleigh. I'd like to do the sleigh too. So I have the sleigh and like a few of the reindeer. So there it is, 6 finishes for January, and I couldn't be more excited. It reinvigorated my stitching desire, and I just had a great time finishing everything. It felt really good. I'm not normally a finisher stitcher. I don't really care to have finishes because I like the process better, but this was really motivating. So now my whip count is at 22, and I think that's a pretty good number. And most of them are really big, so I don't foresee any big finishes for a little bit. So that was my finishes. And then I had 1 new start. And let me get my iPad. It was a soda stitch. Where's the interwebs? Oh no, not gonna make me sign in. Dang it. I don't want to do that. Soda stitch. It's called Tea Time. I don't have a cover page, so I'm just gonna hold it back here. And it's just a little girl and boy, and they're sitting in a teacup. He's got a little donut on his head, and they're super cute. Just a quick, super cute. I started this one on a fabric that I also bought this month, which is a hand dye by Rolanda. But this is an Alma, and I've never stitched on an Alma before. I'm pretty sure it's a 28 count. And it's really soft. I really like it. And I mean, which way does it? It's stunning, stunning. This fabric is so pretty, and it's gonna not be, that's pretty true. It's like purplies and blues, my favorite colors. And that's just my really small start, right in the middle. I think that's the direction it goes. I started it and I was like, you know what? I'm just still feeling like finishing stuff. And when you're feeling like finishing stuff, you just have to roll with it while you have it. Sorry, bumped the camera. And yeah, so that was my only new start. And my only whip that didn't actually get finished was Ophelia. Ophelia is my Mirabilia that I had out for the whole month of January. If I can, I'm going to, if I can figure it out, I'm going to try to attach a picture of what she looked like when I picked her up at the beginning of this month. And what she looks like now. And I did not iron. Ooh, I can't even fold it in half. I got quite a bit done. And I got this close to the full page finish on her. I'm at the bottom page and I'm kind of extended a little bit further in some places, but I got very close to a full page finish. Didn't make it, but it's okay. And this is what she looks like now. when I see it in the camera. I can't believe how much I got done on her. And what is done was so much confetti, so much confetti. So when I picked her up, I didn't have any of this pink, none of this, none of this, none of this, and none of this, and none of these pinks. So it basically ended right here at kind of the yellow area around her neck. And this whole area here is so confetti heavy. It doesn't look like it, but that is so many colors, and it's, oh, but look at the effect. She's stunning. She's so beautiful. And if you're new to my channel, I'm using Dune's conversion for her face. He has two. He stitched one, and I'm stitching this other version he had. Cause I don't know, the face that she's charted with, I'm just like, nah. That's not it, you know? That's not it. It's not the vibe. So yeah, that's where I'm ending Ophelia for now. And I'm really, really happy with the progress I got on her. If I didn't force myself to keep her out all month on a frame and just like put some strands in here and strands in there, then I don't think I would have stitched on her at all. I know I wouldn't have, because she's not one that I want to reach for because of the confetti, but it feels really good to have that much done on her. So that was really fun. And yeah, that is all of my whips and finishes and everything that I did in January. So that was really exciting. Also, really quick, I ended up getting myself this little planner book because I wanted to try keeping track, and look, I'm already behind. 2 days not filled in. I wanted to keep track of what I stitched on what days and when I got finishes. So the squares are all my finishes. The days I finished things. One of the days I finished 2 things. And then I just wrote like what I stitched on every day. And it's just, I want to look back at the end of the year and be like, oh yeah, I finished that. Oh yeah, I finished that. I loved that about everybody's like whip parades and everything. At the end of the year was they could look back and say, I started this in January and I finished this in February. Like, I love that. I want to be able to do that. So I'm going to try to do that. We're 1 month and I'm already 2 days behind. It's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. Okay. So let's go into my plans for February. I'm very excited about my plans for February. I'm not normally this structured of a stitcher, but I'm really enjoying it. It's keeping my like motivation to stitch alive. Pause. So plans for February. I have 2 new starts for sure planned. One tossing around. I'm not going to even talk about it because I'm not sure. But I definitely have 2 planned, and I have 2 of my whips pulled out to keep out all month. So my first, let's do whips first. So my first whip that I'm pulling out and keeping out all month, which is a Mirabilia, I'm going to keep a Mira out all month, and this month is Titania, Queen of the Fairies. She's very February. Look at the pink. She got pinks and flowers, and she's soft. It's February. For perfect February Mira. She is being stitched on 40 count Peach Tea by Seraphim Hand-Dyed Fabrics. And this is where I'm starting the month out with her. She's super pretty. And the 40 count and the peach fabric with her pinks and her pale skin, like it's just like soft and subtle, and she's so sweet looking. And I haven't stitched on her since I started her last year in probably February. It's probably been a year since I stitched on her, and she's so lovely. So I think why I stopped stitching on her was because the Kreinik, which is not Kreinik, I switched the Kreinik it calls for, I switched it to PB202 Treasure Braid. because Treasure Bait's a bit thinner than Kreinik. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping all my stuff. But on 40 count, the Kreinik is still, where is it here? Pretty bulky. And I know I was struggling with it. So I just need to like have it really tight and try again and just move forward with it. But I know that's why I stopped last time. So we're gonna push through, just like I pushed through with Ophelia, and hopefully we can make some good progress on her for this month and feel better about where she's sitting when she's in my whip pile. Okay, and then when I was going through all of my whips, my basket of whips, I noticed I had quite a few Dimensions kits started, and I haven't worked on them consistently ever. So for the month of February, I'm gonna try to also have a Dimensions kit out every month, just on a frame all the time. So the one I chose for February, you saw in my last video, is Arctic Antics. It's a super old, out of print kit. But I figure all my other starts have a lot of pink in them. Oops. Have a lot of pink in them. I thought, and my other Dimensions kits have quite a bit of pink in them, and I thought I didn't want to burn myself out of pink, so I just picked this one because it's got all the blues so that I could hopefully not get too bored. And I mean, the polar bear goes way farther down than this, but I decided I wanted to work up. There's a big whale. What is on this? There's a big whale right here, but like if I could reach the top of the page, and there's lots of like, there's more green and seaweed, and then there's the sky and some seagulls and everything. If I could reach the top, I'd be really happy. So this is where it's starting. And I've got my ice clay by Kim gifted to me from Rocio. And this one is, I got this last year around April maybe. And then I made this one myself. So that one's gonna be out on a Q-Snap all month long too. I'm really excited to get some progress on those. Okay, my two new starts that I have planned. This one I need to pull up, shoot. I didn't do a very good job preparing. I don't even think I moved it over here. Dang it, I'm gonna have to log in. I don't even remember. Do you guys remember your passwords? Because I swear I have a password for every single thing and I never remember any of them. I'm just gonna do this. Sorry. Okay, it's called, this is gonna be my first new start for February. I'm starting on February 1st with my friend Amy, and it is a pattern, a PDF pattern from, her name's Angela, and her shop on Etsy is called Stitches with Coffee. Stitch with Coffee. And it's called Falling in Love. It's so adorable. I love the little topiary pots. And I'm gonna change the two cats to be more colored like my two cats. And it calls for a water lily for the topiary pots, but I'm just using a green from my stash. It just looks like a pretty bright, variegated green. I'm stitching it. Oh my gosh, look at this fabric. I can't even deal with this. What is this fabric called? Nope. It's called, it's a Pole Stitches, 32 count Pole Stitches Fairy Dreams. People, like, I'm dead. It's so good. It's so good. Oh no. Get off. Like, just picture the loveliness. Oh, so this is what I'm stitching it on. And it calls for a little bit of whisper. There's two little angels in the center, and their wings use Whisper. So I've got Whisper, and this is the green that I think I'm going to use for the little pots. It's called Fairway. It's a color in cotton. Oh my, it's brighter than it's showing up here. It's much brighter in person. I think that's the green I'm gonna use. And then I pulled these two grays for my gray tabby cat. I pulled these two grays because I'm not sure which one I want to use. And then I pulled, so my friend Amy, she's got this gorgeous almond M&M's silk that is literally calico cat colored, like my cat. So I'm gonna swap her a couple strands for a couple Whisper strands. And then for the white, because my kitten has a big white like ruff right on her chest, but it's kind of orangey white. So I thought, what is this? Roasted marshmallow could be kind of good. And if it looks not white enough, then I have toast. Did I seriously do that? Roasted marshmallow and toasted marshmallow. Wow. So I'll just play around with it and see what like looks best with the silk from Mew Mirror. So that is my first planned start of February. I'm starting on February 1st. And my second planned start is kind of weird, but it's also like the funniest thing I have ever experienced in cross stitch. Okay, there is a new Flosstuber. Her channel name is Cam the Stitcher. And she's got like 4 or 5 videos now. But in one of her videos, she showed this chart in a haul, and I could not stop laughing. I was crying laughing. It was too good. So I immediately found it on eBay, and I'm gonna start one. And that pattern is Romantic Mimes. Just soak it in for a minute. Just let it linger. Look at it. I can't even look at it. Look at this one, the dancer leg. This is the one that was killing me. It's like looking back over his shoulder. It brings me joy. It's like why though? Romantic Mimes. I just want to know so much about the designer of this. I have so many questions. But it's weird and it's creepy-ish, but it's romantic. It's pink. It wouldn't be as funny if it was called Cheerful Mimes, right? Romantic is what makes it funny. So obviously I'm starting it for Valentine's Day. It's not even a question. Cam said she might start one too, so we'll see. But it's just too good. It's too good. And the frilly pink pillow finish, that's how I'm going to finish them. Like, no doubt. And I'm going to start with the dancer leg, which is mime number 3. They aren't that big, so. And I'm stitching it on this beautiful, you're not even going to be able to tell, this beautiful pale pink, soft pink fabric called Ain 32 count from Under the Sea Fabrics. So just picture it. Let's just do a little picturing here. Dancer leg, romantic mime on the pink fabric in a pink frilly pillow finish. Oh, I'm really excited about that one. So that's my second planned finish or start for sure for February. And I'm anticipating both these 2 new starts also being finished in February because they are fairly small. So I might have 2 more finishes to show in my next video. Yay! So yeah, that's my plans for February as far as stitching goes. So now I can do my haul that I have for the month of January. And then I'll do like life and favorite things. So let's start with haul. Obviously there's fabric. Do you even know me at this point? Obviously there's fabric. So this piece of fabric is a 28 count Lugana from Hand Dyed by Rolanda, my newest obsession and addiction. Maybe not so new, a few months now. And the color is this window. It's like a blues and greens. Maybe if I fold it in half. Blues and greens mottled. Oh, can't get it. It's pretty close. Stunning, as always, stunning. And then another Hand Dyed by Rolanda, 28 count, pretty similar, but instead of blues and greens, there's a little bit of green in it, but this one's got purple in it too. Oh man, that's just not getting it accurate. So it's got a little bit of purple in it along with the blue and a little bit of green. So there's those two. And then the lovely, lovely Amber. This should just be her channel because I talk about her every video. Sent me a surprise in the mail. A beautiful, stunning piece of fabric from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. It's a 28 count opal Lugana. And it is absolutely stunning. If I can get it unfolded. It's getting washed out. Like, the blue is much more blue. Oh, it's so pretty. I don't know what to do on it. Something amazing, obviously. I love it. I love it so much. What a lovely, lovely surprise in the mail. Okay. So that's fabric haul. Oh, I forgot to talk about this one. I kitted up. Okay, I kitted up a project from, so I can't remember what magazine it is. I want to say Just Cross Stitch. I don't think it's even on my iPad yet. I want to say it's Just Cross Stitch. But it's a new stitch along. Don't say it. I know stitch alongs. I can't resist a stitch along even though I'm not good at them. It's from Doreen Jones though, and I love Doreen Jones. I think it's called Sweet Treats. I don't know. I'm sorry, this is annoying. I'm being annoying with the iPad today. Okay, here it is. Life is Sweet Stitch Along in the World of Cross Stitching magazine. And it's going to look like this. One part is released every month, and it's going to look like this. It's so cute. The first month was this, is it banana or peach pie or something? And it's so cute, and I am a sucker for anything like desserts. So I've been debating starting that this month too. They already have another part released, but like, it's so cute. I know I'd stitch it anyway, so I don't really care that much about keeping up. But I've had it kitted since January when I knew they were going to do it, and I'm like just hemming and hawing because I'm like, I just got my whip count down 6 projects. Do I want to add that many more? I don't know. So the fabric that I pulled for it is one that I dyed myself. It's a 40 count dyed by me. And it looks like this. Oh, it's coming off browns. It's not brown. It's very pink. It reminds me a lot of the Soda Stitch Sweet Bears that I stitched on Peeps from Seraphim. It's very pinks and pink and pale blue and purple and yellow. I wish you could see this because it's truly stunning. It's probably the best piece of fabric I've ever dyed myself. It's beautiful. And I don't want to do this massive, that border will kill me. That massive border will kill me. So I thought, what if I just do a variegated thread like with the advent calendar? And I have this Fiberlicious Unicorn Dreams that I thought could be really fun as the border for it in between all of them. And I also thought, I also have this DMC number 4502. I don't think it has a name. It might when you look it online. And it looks like this. Super cute. And then I also have this minty green called Nautilus from Ymir, almond M&Ms. So I thought these two were pretty together. I mean, they're all pretty together. So I thought like I could use all three, like one on the outside and then something like in the inners and like, I don't know, something, figure something cool out. Cause those are like, this is so pretty. This whole thing. So that might be a start in February as well. We'll see how motivated I am after I starting these other two. But I really love that pattern. I love Doreen Jones. Okay, back to haul. Sorry. Okay, so another part of my haul. Amanda, Lucky Chance Stitcher, showed in one of her older videos, I don't know how many videos back it was, she showed what she's been using for her beading floss. And I was like, I knew I had to bead soon. And so I messaged her and I was like, remind me what that is because I'm going to try it. And it's the Nymo nylon thread from Beadalon. And she got it at Michael's and it comes in a bunch of colors. I got the neutrals pack. Is it neutrals? I don't know. This pack. And I got this pack. So this is like pale yellow, gray, gold, pink, and a lighter gold, white, black, and another gray. Holy crap. This stuff is amazing. If you have to bead and you hate that invisible crap like me, seriously, go to Michael's. It's in the jewelry section. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. I will never bead with anything else ever again. You can actually see it, but you can't see it in the beads. Like you can't even tell that there's thread holding these on. I was using DMC because I was so fed up with the invisible thread. Nope. 100% that stuff is the best. So there, soapbox off. Okay. And while I was at Michael's, I also got, so Bernadette, her channel is Burn Stitches. She uses needle threaders a lot and I've never used a needle threader. But I'm like, you know, maybe I should grow up and stop licking my thread. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, I haven't done it yet because this stuff is all here. And so she said she's been making her own like magnetic needle threaders, which I was like, okay. So I bought a pack of just the cheapy needle threaders. And then I got these really cute little charms to like glue on the tops of them to make it cute. Because, you know, why not? We gotta make it cute. Like, it's adorable. Adorable. So I just need to do that. I just haven't done it yet. I have some more fairy dust clay minders coming in the mail, so I'll just like do all the magnets and gluing at one time when those get here. Also at Michael's, I just bought some, I had like a $10 voucher, so I just bought thread because my husband wants to start another cross stitch project. And if you guys didn't know, he has stitched 2 things. And I showed him this one pattern that I was like, I kind of want to stitch this. I think it's something you would like. And then he goes, well, I could stitch it. I'm like, well, you could stitch it. Could stitch it if you wanted to. It's from Cottage Garden Samplings. I think it's called something with the word peace in it. Let me see if I can pull it up. Peace on Earth, is that what it's called? Maybe it's not Cottage Garden Samplings. I don't know. I'll have to show it when it comes in the mail. But anyways, it's got like an elk and a bear and some pine trees and an owl, all the hunting animals. And so I ordered him like the called for fabric, which he's Ada. So I got him it in Ada. It's like Legacy Pages Plus Ada. And I got him the DMC. And we'll see. If he doesn't finish it, he doesn't finish it. But he's expressed interest. And I don't know. I just think it's kind of fun. Maybe I'll feature him on the channel. He told me he never would, but we'll see. So there's that. And then I did a 1, 2, 3 stitch order for a bunch of Mill Hill treasures and a bunch of Mill Hill beads that I needed for just projects that I have as whips that apparently I didn't have the beads for. So there's that. And then I also included some of these variegated threadworks threads because I've also been toying around with the idea of starting the Brooks Books Advent Animals, Christmas Advent Animals in July for like Christmas in July. And they have a white and red border all around all of them, but I was like, let's make it fun. And so I found this red and white variegated floss called Peppermint. It's number 1087, but I'm pretty sure it's called Peppermint from Threadworks. And I was like, why can't I just do that? It'd be much funner. And then I also got the Christmas one because, duh, look at that. Gorgina. Love it. Love it. And then I got some more 28 bowen needles. I love these for when I'm back stitching because they're so thin. I like to stitch with the tulip when it's the 2 strands, normal stitching, but I love these for back stitching or 40 count. And I was out with those. Lost too many needles in the couch. Don't tell my husband. And then I also got these Nerge hoops because I swear everyone and their dog has these hoops right now. And I was like, what's all the fuss about? And I don't know. Maybe I'm not using them right, but they're pokey. Like, I'll show you what I mean. There's like these sharp things and they are pokey. They don't touch your fabric, but I was like, sketch. And they're really like, I don't know. I can't get my fabric tight enough. I like my fabric to be like, I could stand on it tight, so tight. And I cannot get them tight in these. And I don't know if it's the shape or what. But I'm not sold on these yet. I just probably need to mess around with them more, but not sold yet. Is that all in my haul? I think so. Yeah. Okay. Life and favorite things. We're at 43 minutes. We're doing okay. Okay. Life. I always go blank here. I'm sure you guys don't even care, but. Okay, so kids stuff. Well, the baby had her 18-month check this month. Got shots, so that's been fun. She's not walking yet. She's so close. She's in physical therapy. She's getting there. She's close. She'll walk someday, I'm sure. We've just been doing dance. We all got pink eye. My daughter's here today, home from school. She's upstairs, sequestered in her room, quarantined. I throw food under the door when she needs it because she's got pink eye. Just kidding, but she's up there. She's at home and with pink eye. And my son had pink eye 2 weeks ago in both of his eyes. Have you seen that TikTok where he goes, why is it spicy? That's what his eyes looked like for like a solid week. So we're disgusting. Anyways, moving on. Okay, question for people out there. If any of you have kids that have sleep problems, trouble sleeping, my son has autism and I know it goes kind of hand in hand with not being able to sleep very good and insomnia. He has insomnia really bad. And I've tried all the things. We do melatonin. We do like calming down for an hour before bed. I've done all the things. And he just doesn't sleep. Like every time he gets up in the morning, he's been awake for I don't know how long. Forever? I don't know. I swear he doesn't sleep. He sleeps for like an hour and then I go to sleep and then he's up all night. I got I thought about like maybe he's fussing with his blankets and bothering with his blankets all night. And so I bought like a huge double size sleeping bag that basically will cover his whole mattress to see if like maybe sleeping in a sleeping bag, not having blankets falling on and off you will help. So we'll see. I'm willing to try anything that's not $1 billion. You know what I mean? So any tips, greatly, it would be greatly appreciated there. Oh, speaking of eyes, we had a bunch of eye issues this month. I, one day, like woke up and there was a bubble, like a bubble, long bubble on my eyeball. I was all, oh my gosh, I'm going blind. Something is happening. So I went to my eye doctor and he was like, said it's normal for like if you've been sick, which I had the flu a few weeks before. And he's like, when your lymph nodes can be like all swollen and like irritated, that can affect your eyes. It was weird though, guys. It was weird. I couldn't even wear a contact for like a day because there was legit a bubble on my eyeball. But I think it's all good now. I haven't had any issues since, so. Just a month for eye issues, apparently. Okay. Oh, this is kind of a funny story. It just says like how dumb I am sometimes. So we have like this, our whole back wall is windows and our cats are indoor outdoor cats. And I was looking out the back window and I saw my cat go from our garage door, like they have a cat door on the garage door. I saw him go for the garage through our backyard and like across the field, the horse field, which I mean, it's not, maybe I can show you. It's not that far. I don't know, that's the wall. Anyways, it's not that far. I saw him walk across the field and jump like onto the top of the vinyl fence right there. And there's a bunch of trees and he was like hunting birds. I was watching him hunt birds in the tree and I was just laughing my butt off. I thought it was so funny. And I was taking a bunch of videos and pictures and sending them to my husband and like laughing about it. And like literally, I hear him meow and I look down and it's my cat. He's in the house. He's literally at my feet. So like the cat that I'm laughing at and taking videos and pictures of thinking he's my cat, not even my cat. Humbled. Just most stupid story. Okay. Shows I've been watching. A new show premiered on HBO. It's called The Last of Us. It's based on a super popular video game. It stars Pedro Pascal, which is, he's played Oberyn Martell in the Game of Thrones show. And I can't remember her name, but she played Lyanna Mormont on Game of Thrones as well. And they star in the show together and it's kind of like apocalyptic zombies and fungus and all this stuff. And it's spooky. I don't like scary stuff. And this is really like jump scare. But it's good. I'm enjoying it. We're only 2 episodes in. So, but I'm enjoying that. It's good. It's nice to have a new show. The other show I watched is on Netflix. Well, so it started on the History Channel, the show Vikings. The one with Travis Fimmel, not the one on Netflix. It's just called Vikings. And when that ended, Netflix picked it up and they started a new series called Vikings Valhalla. And it's based on like 100 years past the original show. And they had 1 season last year. They released 1 season and then just barely they released season 2. And so I watched that in like 2 days and it was really good. I really liked it. So if you need a new show, Vikings Valhalla, but you have to watch Vikings first. You don't have to, but Vikings is so good. I rewatched that too before I watched Valhalla. Movies that I watched Marriage Story. It's on Netflix. It's got Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson in it. I was in a mood for sad movies, okay? Do you ever just want to watch sad movies and be sad? That's how I was feeling. It was a mood for like a week. I watched sad movies. I watched Marriage Story. I watched Still Alice. That is a movie with Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore. If you don't like Julianne Moore, like bye, leave. It's just basically about she gets diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. So sad. So good. So good. If you want to be sad, there's some 2 sad movies. And then I went right into Les Miserables and I've seen that movie. I watch that movie like every year, once a year. And I remember I went to the theater on Christmas Day and saw that movie and was ugly crying the whole entire time. And I ugly cry every single time I watch that movie through the whole thing. And then I had to listen to the soundtrack for like 2 weeks after and cry in the car listening to it. We also rewatched the Star Wars movies, not the original ones with Luke. Boo. If you love those, I'm sorry. I hate them. They are the worst movies in the entire world. None of the Star Wars movies are good by any means. We don't watch them because they're good. So I watched like the middle ones with Anakin, and then the new ones with Rey. They're like one of those things that they're not good, but they're good. And you watch them because they're not good, but they're good, and you enjoy it. Whatever. It's like Twilight. So I watched those. And then obviously I watched Loader at least once. I read 7 books this month, which ties into some of my favorite things, which is Kindle Unlimited. If you don't have Kindle Unlimited, it's $10 a month and you can read a billion books if you want. There are so many books on Kindle Unlimited. That's where I read all my books. I do not buy physical books anymore because why? When I can read them on Kindle Unlimited, or I can buy a digital copy for $2. Like, nah. So I read 7 books. If you'd like to know what those books are, message me and I'll tell you. So favorite things. Kindle Unlimited app. Also, my 18-month-old broke my iPad pencil. So I had to get a new one. And this one was on a flash sale on Amazon. I got it for like $23. This is what it looks like. Identical to the Apple Pencil. I paid $25. It comes with multiple tips. It has the palm rejection, just like the Apple Pencil. So like if you have your hand on your iPad screen and you're doing this, like it's not gonna be messed up from your hand. And a single charge lasts, I've never charged that. I didn't even charge it out of the box. Like, it's amazing. If you use an iPad or a tablet or something, highly recommend this pen. Stylus pen. Super fine nib, active, capacitive. Amazon. Next favorite things is the sweater I'm wearing. I have another one here. These are men's sweaters from Sam's Club, $16. They're the most comfortable things I've ever owned. I literally wear one every single day. I have 3 of them. I just rotate. They're so comfortable. The sleeves are nice and long. The torso is nice and long. There's no crop top happening here. And they don't shrink in the wash. And they're $16. I saw a thing that said, you know you're in your 30s when 90% of your wardrobe comes from Costco or Sam's Club. And I'm like, yes, no shame. So if you're looking for a really comfortable sweater, men's section, Sam's Club. And my last favorite things is my current hyperfixation meal. If you know what a hyperfixation meal is, it's like where you just eat the same meal like every single day you eat this until you're sick of it. I can go a long time on the same meal. And this one I've been going strong for like 3 months. It's still going strong. And it is, I get this Asian chopped kit from Sam's Club. I use half of it, half of the toppings, half of the dressing, half of the salad. And then I put like just some cooked chicken on it and some mandarin oranges. And that, it slaps so hard, your grandma would cry. It's so good. It's so good. And I will not stop eating it. I refuse. This is $2 at Sam's Club. This is $2. I know Walmart has one too, but it's more expensive than Sam's Club. So that's my current hyperfixation meal. If it changes, I'll let you know. 54 minutes. Okay, I think that's it. Tell me what you guys think about my proposed new start with this stuff. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on the romantic mime situation. Is it as funny as I think it is? I think it is, but I need a bigger audience to tell me. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful February and a happy Valentine's, and that the month goes quickly, at least if it's cold where you are. I hope it goes quickly for us. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.